Well, hello folks. I am just trying to get caught up here. I know I'm starting just a few minutes late, but I thought I would see if anybody's in here right now. I'm using a... Oh, look at that. I didn't even have it scheduled. Well, I did go live, but I am trying to get... Let's get back over here. I'm just taking a few moments to get my live chat popped up. So bear with me for just a moment because I can't see if you're typing or talking or whatever y'all do out there in crazy internet land. So bear with me for one moment. I don't know why it's so difficult for me to do this. And I'll see if anybody is in the chat. Look at that. I can't see if you're typing. Let me mute myself. Okay. Does not appear that anybody is in the chat yet. So I'll just give it a few minutes. Oh, hello, Claudette. There is somebody out there. Thanks for jumping in. I tried to schedule it so people would know or get a notification. I'm still not the best at that, so I'm still a noob on YouTube. So tonight I was just going to go over, I did do auction last night, picked up all my items today, and some of people are going to wonder what the hell did I buy that for. I always end up with something like that, but I think I picked up a couple of things that are going to do pretty well. And there's going to be a lot that I may have paid a little up for, but it was just something I wanted to try out and see. Try something new. Actually, there's two items I probably paid more than I really wanted to, but yeah, it is what it is. So first off, sales for me, I took a dip in sales earlier in the month, middle of the month, and it was primarily because I wasn't listing. When you stop listing daily, you do see a dramatic decrease in sales, and what I believe happens is when you're moving along selling, and you know I do this part-time, so this is going to be primarily to those part-time resellers that may not be making a ton. But when I dropped my listing, I wasn't doing any more listing. My sales for the quarter or for the last 3 months, I think it's like a rolling 3 months, dropped below 4,000, and I think that's the threshold, and I should probably call eBay again just to have them confirm, because it's been a while since I talked to them. But after you reach a certain threshold, your account is reviewed quarterly, or they only look at the last 3 months or so. If it drops below that, then they look at the last 12 months of data. So I was all excited because my sales were jumping. I finally made top reseller status again, and then my sales dipped down below that threshold. So instead of looking at the last 3 months, they went back a year, which I have some defect sales that are still holding on there from last year, that it takes 12 months to fall off. So I lost my top rated seller status again, so that has been affected sales. But anyway, this last week I started listing daily, and probably for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, and I'm trying to maintain that, and that has increased some sales and some visibility. I did some things with my store. I ran a sale that's going on right now, I think 20% off, and I played a little bit around with the promoted listings. I bounce back and forth with that. I can see that I do get some sales based on it, but yeah, I mean it's not anything significant, but I don't mind paying an extra percentage, and it's really because I'm getting this stuff most of the time pennies on the dollar. So let's just go right into what's sold since the last time I did a sold video, and it's not a lot. There's only 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably about 12 to 15 items. So let's just go right into that. This first item I have is, I guess I should move my microphone down closer so you guys can hear me even better. The first item I've had this thing for a while. It's a Bluetooth CB radio. If I had the ability to sell or to test it, I didn't have a power cord or really the knowledge or know-how without spending a lot of time doing research. If I was doing this full time, I'd probably invest in a lot more pieces that I could actually test things. But because I didn't test it, I did list it as untested, and I only got $39.99. I probably gave $4 or $5 for this at a thrift store. I do remember buying it. No, I didn't. I think I paid probably $7 to $10. So I didn't make a ton off of this. Yeah, it's a decent, sale price is up there. But when you figure how long it's sat on the shelf, and how much I paid for initially, it probably wasn't the hello Sam Dallas. Thanks for jumping in. This, I really do think, at the time I bought this, I think the comps were running right around $99 or $100 to $120, and this particular item, I think it really would have benefited me if I would have just invested, a little bit of money into getting it tested, or just taking the time and finding somebody locally that would test it. So yeah, $39.99. I mean, it's not too shabby, but it could have had a lot more potential if I would have actually tested the item. And I think for some reason I still have. Thank you for that, Claudette. If I pick up any more CVs, which I think there's a good market for them, but with limited knowledge, I don't know. Here's another Fiestaware cup. I thought I had sold, and it's still so. I need to double check and make sure I have one available. But this is part of that lot. I've probably talked about it every week for the last, or every sold video the last few times. Essentially, this is paying for her Fiestaware tumbler. She didn't. The Fiestaware pitcher or carafe. I can't remember what they call it. But this, selling the cups out of them, these little tumblers, they have pretty much paid for her pitcher. So good to see that, she got something free off of the reselling business. This particular hat I sold. Hello, Up North Sales. Love LOL your vids. My name is Jeff. I live in northern Wisconsin. Go Pack. Is that my wife is actually, she grew up in, I want to say around Middleton. I don't know. This particular hat, this is, I sold this once before. The individual ended up not paying it, so I had to go through that whole process of opening an unpaid item case and then waiting for that time frame. And then, hello, Cindy Rosen. Thanks for stopping in. But so I had to wait probably a week and a half, whatever that period of time. It seems like it takes forever when somebody doesn't pay. I really wish they would speed that process up. But I opened the item not paid within the 2 or 3 days after the auction was over, and we don't watch that much sports, but she does have some Packers clothing, I believe. We just I had between all the kids we have, I had 5, and it seems like I spent more time running them around everywhere that I pretty much lost contact with anything sports related. No time for watching it. Some of them played a little bit, but yes, $75 for this hat. Just so you know, the things that it had going for it is, and this wasn't even a. It wasn't even a. Oh, my mind just went. Help me out, y'all. What you're wanting to look for is anything that's farm related does really well, and you can pull comps on this. Do a search on caps trucker hats, anything that's got farm related stuff on it. Automobile, not so much like racing and stuff. I mean, they'll do okay, but these large embroidered patches do really well. And that's really why we got into the ice cream business. It came up in conversation when we decided we were going to do ice cream. Was we sent the kids out, four at the time, out to get ice cream from the ice cream man, and they ended up, we gave them a 20, and they came back with like $1 change, and we're like, what the hell? So one of the main things we did when we decided we were going to, it was a spur of the moment decision, kind of, that we decided to get into the ice cream business. And one of the main things that our goal was to make sure that we let everybody, made it to where everybody could afford. So we have anything from $1, items for $1, primarily $2, and then there's some that go up from there. But look for these embroidered patches. Some of the keywords you're going to put is large patch. I didn't even put that on this one, but I did mention the patch. And I cannot believe I had. I'll think of it in a minute. I'm experiencing a major brain fart with there's a particular logo that's gonna bug me. I don't even know why I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. But yeah, $75 for this one. Maybe I can go back. I know that I did. Oh, K products. That's it. I mean, even this hat here, just to give you kind of an idea, because this will show the actual. This auction house was just a local auction house somewhere, but just to give you an idea where the label is, right on the back on the inside, you're going to see K products written across. Pretty much, I think most K products hats are these vintage ones. I mean, like I said, even the subject matter on this one was an old auction house, and that's pretty much what I put in there. Auction, black and white, mesh, large patch, snapback, trucker hat, and of course Made in USA and K products. So yeah, definitely when you're out looking at hats, one of the main things is look for things patches. There's some of the vintage soda hats, Mountain Dew, Pepsi, Coke, Dr. Pepper. Those will do pretty good, but the embroidered patches do really well. And Sam sold a couple Rolex caps for close to $100. I will look out for farm auto related. Yeah, definitely. I mean, go out whenever you just have a few minutes. Just do pull up vintage trucker hats, and it seems like too that the offset, that one I just showed you, I have a couple of them. This one here was a white on white, and I only made $5 on that one. So I think that maybe white might hurt a little bit, but that same hat with the black and yellow, where did I? No, it was black and white. The black and white one, brought $42.50. Why wouldn't you put the name of the auction company in the title? Because I figure that's irrelevant. I mean, I don't think anybody is searching for Ritchie Brothers Auctioneers hats. The main keywords are going to be the description. They know what they're going to be looking for. The way I kind of look at the hats, I look at how I want to search for things, and I know that, from the research I've done, these snapback, mesh, large patch, K products, those are things that people are going to be looking for when they're trying to find a hat. And I think you'll find a lot of these will go overseas as well. Not all of them, but I have sold a couple that go overseas. So yeah, that I was pretty. I had another one that was a K Products, and I think I covered this in another video. So I probably just, if you've watched it, I apologize for. There's a this one wasn't K Products, but again, it's this. It's the patches, the embroidered patches, I think, is what folks are looking for. But a lot of my other hat, I mean, I've got some hats that I bought in these lots. I think I gave like $5 for these lots. And where's that other one? You'll see this one was a K Products that came in that lot, and you'll see it's Ford New Holland. New Holland they make tractors. It's got the large patch. It's denim, and again, and if you look at these, don't worry about the foam. If it's somewhat intact, go ahead and leave it in there. But I took one of the hats and just vacuumed it completely out. And for some reason, I don't have the picture of the label in there. But this was a K Products hat as well, and it went for $102.50 last month. Okay. I'm going back. Okay, next item. You know, I bought this in one of my auction lots. It is a rainbow trout planter or vase. And I've been doing a lot of experimenting with auctions. So I started this out at auction and got my one $10 bid, which I think I gave $2 or $3 for the lot. There was a bunch of fish stuff, so I've more than made my money and still making profit on that box. And I do like to pick up a lot of promotional items. You probably saw this if you watched any of my past videos. I think it was the last auction haul or the one right before that. Thanks Up North Sales. I know I almost gave up on hats as well. But I said, you know what, I want to take a chance because these hats I bought were cheap enough. Like I said, I got maybe 10 hats for 10 or 15. No, it was $4 I paid 10 or 15 for 10 or 15 hats. And it really made me go out and do some research to find out what was actually selling. And those are the things I mentioned are a lot of things that I found out that are desirable. But this was just a set of plastic coasters from Safeway. And, I didn't even take time to clean them up, which is, that's just my laziness. But they're all in great condition, with the exception of being filthy. Excuse me. Yeah, keep an eye out on them. When I'm at the thrift stores, I'm even looking through the bins of hats just to see if I can find anything. And because I don't make it to the thrift store daily, I think I probably may miss the ones that end up there. But this was just some coasters, but with a Safeway logo on them, and that sold for $16.05 plus shipping. And I put that up to auction. And another one of my Polaroids. If I pick these up for cheap, I did find out if I do cubic shipping, I save about $3 on shipping. I just automatically list these up for $28 free shipping because I know they'll sell within 24 hours. Retrospect is a company that buys these Polaroids, and whether they refurbish them or what. And I always include their untested. I don't buy film. I don't buy the little testers. I just because I know they're going to buy them. $28 with shipping, especially from here, because they're. They're going back closer, back east, but. I think that what I'm going to end up doing. So anyway, my story was if I send it priority, I think it was something like $10.50 shipping. So I'm only making maybe $8-10 depending on how much I pay for them. but I know they're quick sales. What I'm planning on doing, I think I'm going to reach out to the company themselves, see if I can find an email address, and see if I can just, buy them all, let them accumulate and then send them in one package so I can save on shipping. But going through Pirate Ship, I want to say I got the shipping on this down to $8. So, there's, for smaller items, it is definitely something to look into. It's free to use. It's pirateship.com. And they actually ship using cubic rate instead of by actual weight. I bought this at a thrift store. I think I gave $1.50 for it on half price day. It sat in my inventory. Milwaukee, thank you. It sat in my inventory, and I'd say probably about a month and a half, 2 months, and I finally sold it $19.99 plus shipping. I think I just shoved that in a flat rate envelope. I thought I'd try and experiment with keyboards, and I haven't found the trick to keyboards. This is just an old Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. I finally sold it for $15 plus shipping. It was sitting too long. I just kept dropping the price on it. And yes, I did disassemble and clean everything underneath and vacuumed it out, or blew it out. Still holding on to a few of these Flames of War books. Basically, it's a fantasy role-playing. Well, no, I wouldn't say fantasy. It's a role-playing war-based game, and I bought a huge lot. I think I spent this particular lot. I think I spent like $40 for $46. I had 2 lots of books. One of them I spent a little bit more on, but the kid in me's laughing because I said moron. But anyway, I'm still selling. I've got 1 or 2 more pieces. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go, so I can save on some shipping and get that bigger pay up front. So anyway, Flames of War, basically it's just the rule book for the game, how to set up, how to play, some strategy as far as they set up their little models and stuff. Also, there's not a good picture of this, but I want to see if I can't zoom in. Right here on this side, there's some little men, and they're actually models that people have painted and put in here. If you can find any of those, and you probably will never find them, but those sell for really good money as well, the pre-painted models for a lot of these games. This goes back to the same game, and it was a pack of dice, $9.99 plus shipping. That went first class. I finally sold these dolls. I mean, I thought I had these listed really high for quite some time, and I don't know why it's not gonna. They're just like biker looking, hippie. I don't know what else to call it, but they're really well done. I don't know. I reached out to any Facebook group I was a member of, seeing if anybody could help me identify them. I had one person that said they had seen them before and that they weren't folk art, but he even had a little wallet in his back pocket that slid in and out. But I fell in love with them. I think I paid $7 for these back in the day, and finally let them go. And I'd say these are sat in the tub, one of the tubs in there, for probably 8 or 9 months. But like I said, I had them listed pretty high. I mean, I think the highest I had them was sitting at like $100 a pair. But they were very cool. And you'll find out about me. A lot of things I pick up are odd things that you probably won't see many other resellers listing. Okay, this one here actually it was on sale, so it dropped in price. I think it was like 7 something. This is part of my Via trading lot, which I'm just not into clothes, so I haven't been listing a ton of clothes, so I haven't been selling a ton of clothes. But I think my break-even point was around well, costs on them were $4. LOL. Odd dolls. Yeah, I have some weird handmade dolls from South America. I'm sure I want too much for them. My wife laughs and my daughter laughs because I say, guess what I picked up at the auction today? They're like, dolls. I'm like, no, not dolls this time. But I picked up so many dolls over the last year that they find it hilarious. This one here, moving on to the slides. I can't remember what I took. No, I guess I did get to $9.95 on the slides. It was just I know there was. I stopped counting at 120. There's a few extras in there. Nothing really major as far as there's like Santa Claus. Someone sleeping in a sleeping bag out by a picnic table. Yeah, I thought maybe the cars might do okay. That looks like a station wagon pulling a... I'm going to just say it's a Chevy. I don't know for sure, though, but I'm a Ford fan. There's scenery photos, ski mountain. I mean, it was... I tried to include some captures of the images themselves, just hoping that it might draw some attention. Anyway, what I say? Yeah, no, I took an offer, or no, you know what? It may have been on sale, but it was $9.99 for that lot of slides. The next thing is Betty Spaghetti. I really had high hopes for Betty. You know, I really thought that she would drive about $30 or $40 looking at comps. But this just goes to show that use comps as a guide, but it's not a guarantee. I sat on this for probably 3 months, and I lowered the price, and I did take... I took an offer at $12. And if you saw this, I think I posted it a couple places. This is that radio I just bought last weekend for $3.50. And I listed it at $119.99, but on sale, I sold it just today for $95.99. So that's my best sell of the week. And I did go and took Lonnie's advice over at Garage Flips, and I did the video and showed people that it actually worked. I think that's a great idea, or for some of these vintage electronics. It really doesn't take that much time. I have a couple YouTube accounts, but I had one that had no videos, no action at all on it. So I went ahead and used that. That's going to be my product review channel. And it's so easy. You know, I just recorded with my phone. It was probably 30 seconds or so, and I uploaded it from my phone, and then I went over to Flipper Tools and created the link. Pasted the link of the video in there, and they gave me the code, and I went in and added it to the listing. And like I said, I think I bought this on Saturday, and I finally listed it, I think 2 days ago. Your dad had the same radio sitting on his desk. This thing, I mean, it was filthy when I bought it, but I just took a toothbrush and some water, nothing overly spectacular, and it worked pretty good. There was some issues with it, the left knob there. The first quarter return was a little shaky. I mean, it was a little crackly, and of course the button for the light, and I don't know if it was designed that way or not, but it didn't hold down. You'll see right there I have the light on, and I'm holding the button down. It doesn't like depress and hold, so it may need. I'm betting that it probably needs to be repaired to be fully functional the way it was. Hey, what's up, Steve? Thanks for stopping in. So yes, $95.99 from $350. This was my best sale of the last couple of the month, let's say. So so now we're going to go into the items I bought. Now, do we want to do crazy weird stuff? Well, you know, I'm going to just be honest with you. You're probably going to think I'm crazy for a lot of it. Stuff I don't even know about. These I paid, let's see, paid $11 for these. I wanted to try paintball. I didn't have any rubbing alcohol or anything, but I will definitely have to get some. And there's also another plastics cleaner that's supposed to be less abrasive, but I can't remember. Maybe it's called plastics. I don't know. But they're just these 3,000 PSI. There's a Gorilla Air. I actually paid $11 for these. That's probably way too high because I really don't know anything about them. But I listed them today. I just stuck them up at. I really don't have anything that isn't crazy. I put these up for a $10 auction. I don't know. Auction is. I'm doing a lot of things auction. Okay, this next lot. This is the crazy lot. You're gonna. There's 4 boxes. Hey, what's up, Scott? I paid $39, and I'm sorry. Yes, $39 for this few boxes, and you know, we're gonna see. I did it. Really, I got up in the heat of the moment of the auction. I'm like, no, that sumbitch ain't gonna outbid me, and I still knew there was room to profit, so I was having my fun. Yes, thank God it's Friday. So first off, we have Bob Ross, the basic paint set. And it is open. It does not have the shrink wrap, but it is unused. It does have some staining. I don't even know if this is going to cut. It does have some staining on the one spot over here. So I don't know if it was a bleed over or what, but even pre-owned, this set here has commanded about $30 to $35 in this condition. Then, if you're way too good for Bob Ross, a basic set, you need to graduate to the Bob Ross Master Paint set. And this is the same deal as far as condition. This one is probably even a little bit better. But it does have your training VHS tape, the brushes, the knife, for helping you make those happy trees. And then all the paints there. And they're all going to fall out. So, the Bob Ross, this particular one is even used. I think I should be able to easily. I'm hoping. What I'm hoping for is 40 to 50 on that one, and I'm probably going to list them a little bit lower than what the comps are, just because I don't want to set on them. And as long as I keep listing daily, that hopefully will push me up on the search. The next one in there was a Thomas Kincaid, The Mountains Will Praise Him, paint by number set. And this was not part of the set, but it did have a old Thomas Kincaid, a 2003 Thomas Kincaid calendar. And it really is a adult version of, that was all the paints there. See if you can paint by number. So I've heard that paint by numbers do well. So, you know, I don't like to just take people's words for it. I like to try myself. And are you two guys known as Beardo and Weirdo? Are you saying that Scott is carrying on two different personalities? Thanks for jumping in, Scott. I do appreciate it. I did see you jump in. I'm just a little bit behind on the chat. So yeah, this one not as much. I'm probably going to do 15 to 20 on it and just see how it rolls. That one might have been the one I was going to do a little bit more. And then this is Dimensions Paintwork. It's just another paint by number. The box is all torn to shit, but everything is in pretty decent condition. So yeah, I did pay more than I really wanted to pay for this lot, but like I said, sometimes when you jump in there and you're doing these auctions, I want to, what would they call that? Bid drunk? I don't know. It's just the adrenaline you get when things start, you know, going down to the wire. I will put that in the box better. Things get down to the wire, and that's something you really got to be careful with when you're doing auctions. Is don't get too much caught up in it. Okay, I picked up this cool painting. Excuse me. Hello? Hi, I'm in the middle of doing my thing. Okay. Okay, folks, I'm going to have to end abruptly because there's something going on with one of our trucks, and because I am the immediate mechanic, I have to go check it out and see what's going. It's making noises. So we have an ice cream emergency. Ice cream truck down. Ice cream truck down. So I have to go take care of that. I'm going to try to jump on a little bit later to finish up my haul because I did pick up a couple more items I think I'm going to do really well on. So I apologize for having to drop out early or prematurely, but I got to go take care of this and find out what's going on. And I probably, if I do jump back on, it's going to be after Scott and them's. Scott is reseller therapies on Friday. I don't know why I keep forgetting, but yeah, ice cream is really what is the big money maker for us during the summer. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to catch y'all later. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you in a bit. Bye.